And welcome, everybody, to a Monday edition of the Phillies Fastball. The guys are all here. Oscar Budejen, Jeff Kerr. I'm Mike Gill. We are looking back at the Phillies sweep of the Pirates. Back-to-back shutouts. 16-5 the Phils are since April 25th. Second best team in baseball after a 10-game losing streak. Jeff Kerr, are you ready for the goalpost to be moved? It was only the Pirates. Should I really care about this sweep?
I mean, the goalposts are moving already. I'm seeing on social media. The Pirates aren't good. Well, what do you mean they weren't good? They were 4 games over 500, and you had to go against Paul Skeens, and you scored 5 runs off him. This was an impressive weekend for the Phillies. Cristopher Sánchez was brilliant on Saturday. Friday, they rallied back. I mean, Friday, I was ready to just call that a so costly. We thought they were going to lose Friday. They're going to have to win Saturday, and we'll take our chances Sunday. Well, no, they ended up winning on Friday, and then they ended up winning on Saturday. And Sunday, it felt like a getaway game, and it wasn't. And so go ahead, Mike.
No, well, Oscar, I was going to say, it's not who they beat as much as how they won. I mean, the Pirates, let's be honest, in the grand scheme of things, they're just going to be an okay team. It's probably not a World Series or maybe even a playoff team, but they do have good pitching, one of which is Skeens. 5 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs. The way that they worked him, I thought that was the story of that game yesterday. Conversely, the way that your pitchers pitched all weekend long, save for Friday night, but to have Sánchez and Wheeler back-to-back, what they did there, that was the takeaway and the impressive part about it wasn't who they beat as much as how they won these games.
Yeah, I think everything starts and ends with pitching. In my book, with the Phillies, when you have somebody like Cristopher Sánchez throwing a shutout for the second time in his career, complete dominance by the guy, and then you have Wheeler coming back. And look, I cannot say enough things about Zack Wheeler. I mean, what an incredible pitch. He was throwing at 98 miles an hour yesterday. 98 miles an hour. What an incredible individual pitcher, competitor, whatever you want to call it, going against Paul Skeens, the best pitcher together with Schwarber in baseball. I mean, let's be very, very clear. Schwarber and Skeens are the 2 best pitchers in baseball. Schwarber is injured right now, but Paul Skeens have been dealing. I mean, he did not have the first game was not really good, but this guy had an ERA below 2. And then you see what Wheeler did yesterday to compete against this guy and outpitch him. And then, look, there's no way to sugarcoat this, but the reality is that both, our hitting, our pitching, and our defense is just, he's been out of this world in the last few weeks.
And
it
Jeff,
seems
to your
really
point,
foolish. Yeah. By the way, Mike, it seems really foolish that people were concerned about Zack Wheeler over his rehab starts and the runs he was giving up, because he's pitching at a Cy Young level right now.
well, I do think there was some people that were wondering if he was going to be the Zack Wheeler Cy Young level pitcher. Maybe he would come back and be a good pitcher, but we're seeing almost a better version of Zack Wheeler right now, which I don't know that was
I'm ready for him and Cristopher Sánchez to take away votes from each other and Paul Skeens to get the award.
Yeah, well, a lot of people were talking about, Sanchez's effort on Saturday night and then Skeens' effort on Sunday, that you might have a conversation here. By the way, Wheeler, 7 innings, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts. 8 strikeouts, 7 scoreless innings for the 13th time as a Philly. So he has really given them a breath of fresh air. And really, one of the things we talked about, to your point, Jeff, it's only the Pirates. It's the first time the Phillies have won a series in Pittsburgh since July of 2022. So even though it was just the Pirates, this has been a house of horrors for them. And they didn't just go out there. Friday night, we got to talk about how they came back down 6-0. Aaron Nola, we'll get into him. But this is, when you're down 6-0 with this offense, you're saying game over. And their offense was resilient on Friday night. And then the last 2 days for them, against 2 good pitchers, I thought the offense really showed a little something this weekend.
I thought Friday night was the game of the year for them, just from that deficit and how bad Aaron Nola was. Aaron Nola, when I was watching that game Friday night, I swear I watched 2 games because I went and got ice cream during the middle of that game Friday night. And I said, well, Aaron Nola gave me a reason to go get ice cream. I get there, I come back, and it's like 5. I forget what it was. It was like 5-2 or 6-2 or something like that. I'm like, okay, well, let's watch the rest of the game, see what happens. And Kyle Schwarber was incredible. Bryce Harper, I swear he thought that ball was going on Friday night in the 10th. But
that reminded me of the Chicago Cubs game when he hit that shot, that moon shot. I mean, that reminded me of
when Kruk goes, oh my God, yeah, that was awesome. By the way, that was it. But yeah, Friday night to me, that was just a resilient effort by a team who's been coming back as of late. And hey, Oscar, I was kind of joking when I said 5-1 on the road trip, but they went 5-1 on the road trip.
They won 5-1. And look, I mean, we have on the screen there for those that can see it. I mean, we have the pitching performance of the entire week. I mean, only one bad performance by Nola out of 5 starts. I mean, it was or 6 starts. I mean, it was incredible. I mean, what Wheeler did.
Well, let me ask you, Oscar. You have Nola on the screen and his numbers. It's not just one start for Nola. Do they have an Aaron Nola issue right now where they're going to have to figure out what to do with him, similar to the Taiwan Walker?
What are you going to do?
I mean, that's the reality. I mean, look, you're going to have to. I don't think we're going to have to. I think you have to treat this very differently than Taiwan Walker. But it's an issue. But you know what, Mike? To be perfectly honest with you, I want to focus more on the positive. I know we have an Aaron Nola issue right now, but what this team is doing right now, 15-4 over the last 19 games. Yep. This game is 16-3 when they go 6+ or 6+ innings. This team started. I mean, talking about PNC, we started 29-46 at PNC in our history, and we ended up at 32-46. I mean, look, this team is hitting in all cylinders. And I have great news for you guys. The 2 guys that were dormant, I mean, it's still Turner is dormant, but the 2 guys that were dormant suddenly woke up. I mean, both Alec Baldwin and Bryce and Stott, I mean, has been hitting really,
honestly,
really well.
Oscar, you're getting contributions from other guys in this. Like I know you have harped on this. Like, they rely on Schwarber and Harper to win games, but this weekend, it was other guys doing it besides them.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, 100%.
We were talking. I had posted on social media over the weekend, and see what you guys think. And one of the things that I said was, hey, this weekend was great for the Phillies. It kind of salvaged this season. It looked like it was, this turnaround has salvaged the season. But they still need a right-handed bat, and they need more depth, to which people started to answer. And they need to figure out what they're going to do with Nola and Painter. Is Nola or Painter good enough right now to start a playoff game, I guess, if you're thinking at it big picture? And I know we don't want to go too far down the line. They need to get this season back on track, which essentially they have. But you can't keep rolling Aaron Nola out there if he's not going to give you Aaron Nola performances, if you're getting these Aaron Nola performances.
Yeah, I don't think Painter's ready to do that yet, but he might be 4 months from now, right? I don't trust Aaron Nola right now. I just don't. And I'll just say this. If I was covering the game Friday night, I wouldn't be focused on Aaron Nola. I would have been focused on the comeback. I wouldn't have even interviewed Aaron Nola. He kind of got a pass because they came back. But let's look at this. By the way,
6 runs. Nola's 3 2/3, 6 runs, all in the 3rd inning. He had a terrible inning, and then like Nola, he settles down and he has the 2 good innings, then 1 bad, and then he generally. But he was out of that game.
Doesn't it tell you something that Don Mattingly is not having Aaron Nola eat innings? He's basically saying, no, you're bad, you're out.
And he gave him an opportunity, right? On Friday, I mean, he proved it. He got him out at the right time, and you were able to come back. And look, that's a sign of a great manager doing his thing, and you got to give it.
But let's talk about that, because I saw a lot. There's dynamics to that, though, right? Hey, is my bullpen fresh? Who's pitching tomorrow? Yep. Who's pitching the day after? Hey, I have to sometimes say, you have to take one for the team because we don't have enough in the bullpen. Or you have to take one for the team because Andrew Painter's pitching tomorrow and he hasn't gone deep into games, so now I need 2 more. He had Cristopher Sánchez and Wheeler. He knew he could go to his bullpen a little earlier.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I mean, as long as you have Cristopher Sánchez, you have Zack Wheeler, and you have Luzardo, the good version of Luzardo. I think you're in. I mean, you're better than 90% of the teams in baseball.
And let's be honest, Oscar, that's why they're winning. Zack Wheeler is back. And now you're getting Zack Wheeler back. Like you have Zack Wheeler again. You have Cristopher Sánchez in this. Cristopher Sánchez is amazing. We know that. Jesus, like you said, you got the good version of Jesus Lazar. These guys are just piggybacking off each other at this point. It's hard to lose games when these guys are throwing it at their best.
Yeah, and Painter is work in progress, and Nola, you have an issue. I mean, it's 2-3, 9 starts, 5.91 ERA. It's unacceptable. I mean, 45 innings, 53 hits. And you know what my biggest issue is with Nola? The bases on balls. He is not pitching in the zone the way he used to pitch, and that is an issue.
This is a guy who had trouble once even walking 30 guys in the season, and he's got 18 already. So
Jeff,
I have not read this story. There's a story with Matt Gelb, and I have not read it yet around Nola. And I believe, I mean, I saw Anthony talked about it this morning, San Filippo talking about it, which is the issue that in the past, and I don't know if they wrote this there, but the ABS, before the ABS system, Nola was being helped significantly, particularly with his curve. Now that the ABS system is in, he's probably have to. A lot of the balls that they used to call strikes right now they're balls. So that's a big
changes to pitching over the last couple of years, the pitch clock, the ABS, it has not helped Aaron Nola. It is not.
And you're seeing the numbers, by the way. Luzardo, 5.07 ERA. He's been very up and very down. He's been a roller coaster this year. Aaron Nola, 5.91. Big number for him, 18 walks in the 45 innings. And then Andrew Painter, a 6.21 ERA.
By the way,
you're talking about three pitchers who have an ERA of over 5 on this team.
Since you brought it up, let's have this conversation with Nola. People want him sent down. Right? Well, one
that can't happen. That's not going to
happen. Two, who are you sending him down for? Like, if you really want to entertain this.
Yeah. No,
I mean, those are fans. Those are not people that understand baseball. I mean, whomever send Nola down or send Painter down, look, it's Painter is work in progress. Nola, we have an issue. You need to find a way to address it. Look, he pitched really well in the World Baseball Classic. I was hopeful. I mean, when I saw how he pitched in the World Baseball Classic, and I was there in when Italy was playing Venezuela, and he was pitching. He pitched scoreless. I mean, he did a great job in that.
That was his best game in 2 years.
Exactly. I mean, so the question is, I mean, how can we have a better version? And I mean, he needs to rediscover himself. In my opinion, he needs to find a way to rediscover himself. I don't know if adding additional pitches. I don't know what it is, but he needs to find a way to become a better version of what he is right now. I don't think he's going to be a 3 ERA version. I think he's going to be a 4.5 version, somewhere around there, and I'll live with it.
Yeah, and we can talk about the contract all we want. The contract is what it is, right? You know, he's not getting sent down. He's not getting taken out of the rotation. Because even if you wanted to, Alan Rangel is your top option. That's not going to happen. Look, Tucker Davidson, not an option. Connor Gillespie, out for the season. Gene Cabrera got sent down to Reading. He's been starting games in Reading this past week. There are no options. This is it.
This is it, and obviously Nola, the long ball, he's given up 9 in 9 games, 53 hits and 45 starts. So Nola, as Jeff, I think you pointed out too, you know, he gave up 6 runs in the inning, but the offense, Kyle Schwarber, 3 for 5 with 2 home runs, 5 RBI. Schwarber, 9 home runs in the 8 games on Friday night. Then you got the Marsh with the go-ahead double in the 10th. You got Harper, 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs. That all happened on Friday night's game. Then on Saturday, Harper with a home run, 3 RBI. He had a moonshot, 457 feet. You had Cristopher Sánchez with the most strikeouts in a game with a shutout. 13 strikeouts in a complete game shutout. So it was a dominating performance there. And then that rolled right into yesterday's game where Harper with another home run, his 375th, by the way. So you had a little bit of everything. Your star players really helping you through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Mike, I wanted to
having
share
an elite
this.
Season, by the way.
Bryce Harper's been elite. I wanted to share this because I think this is really, really important. When you look at the season and you look at what our hitters have done over the last 14 days and over the last week, you see there, I mean, Schwarber and Harper has consistently been outstanding. I mean, there's no other way around it. You know, March had a great season. The last week has not been good for Brandon March. But take a look how Alec Bohm, when you look at the last week, the last 14 days and the last week, take a look at how Alec Bohm and Stott are taking it to another level. And that is great news for the Phillies because we wanted additional hitters in addition to Schwarber and Harper. Turner is still on the ground, I mean, the last couple weeks, 505 and 519 OPS. And Garcia, 525 and 270 OPS. But then you see Alec Bohm and Stott at 876 and 800 for Alec Bohm and 823 and 828 for Stott. That's big and important news for this team because we were waiting for this guys to wake up.
And that's why Alec Bohm's the cleanup hitter right now, Oscar. Right there, you're seeing it. The 876 OPS. Like, these guys have over 850 OPSs in May, Bohm and Stott. Like, this is what you want to see. And, yeah, do you want to get Turner going? Absolutely. Do you want to get a Mundo Sosa going? Absolutely. But you are getting the contributions besides Schwarber and Harper. That's why his team's scoring runs.
Well, and we talked about it on Friday's Phillies Fastball. Bohm has turned it around in the month of May. 327, 364 on base, 500 slug, 864 OPS in the month of May, which has been 52 at bats. So it's a small sample size, but getting bigger. But you just pointed it out, Jeff. Quietly, Bohm is now back in the 4-hole. So you're back to trusting Bohm in the middle of this lineup. Garcia has slowly dipped down to the 6th spot. But the question will be, do we believe Alec Bohm is the long-term answer at number 4?
No.
And Oscar Budejen,
No.
I believe your answer would be no. And Jeff Kerr, I believe your answer would be no.
It is, though.
You just have to ride whomever is hot right now. That's your best option. I mean, that's the card that you're being dealt with. And look, hopefully Alec Bohm's streak can continue. Bryce and Stott, we know what their story is, what's in the back of the trading card, that we don't have a 4th hitter. I mean, and I'm very, very surprised Turner has not done any better. Look, it's been how many weeks? 8 weeks? I mean, we've had in the season.
Yeah, like he's too good of a hitter to struggle this long.
I agree. He's going to turn it around at some point. Hopefully sooner rather than later. I saw some things on him hitting to right field. He hit a double to right field. I think it was Saturday. I really like that at bat. I mean, he needs to start hitting more toward right field and trying to pull everything.
Well, and there's a couple of things we discussed on Friday, guys. One, Brandon Marsh is not a 340 hitter, so a cold streak is coming somewhere in there where it's going to be a rough couple weeks for him. Bohm,
And he's cooling off a little bit, but not insanely yet.
Yeah, hit the double Friday night, and that was a big spot in the game. Bohm is not a 197 hitter, so there's a hot streak coming. Turner, you're hoping that there's a hot streak somewhere in there to get him back. And as we talk about the back of these baseball cards, if that happens, this team should be offensively okay. But the big question is, we know even if these guys are the back of their baseball cards, they're probably still not good enough with this offense, and they probably are going to have to go outside the organization to find an additional piece to this roster.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that in July you're going to have to find a piece. I mean, it could be third base. It could be an outfielder. At this point, I mean, with Bohm getting hot again, it's more.
We're talking about Bohm now is starting to come around and hit, but third base is one of the logical spots that you're looking at to improve as Bohm is hitting all of a sudden.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. I mean, look, the reality, you have a long-term issue at third base. I mean, can Nathan Miller address that issue? Can Arun Escobar be an option there? You're going to have to deal with it.
He's starting to hit in Reading right now, too.
What was that, Jeff?
He's starting to hit right now in Reading. It's funny, when you have 6 good hitters in your lineup, guys tend to hit.
All right, well, you got the sweep of the Pirates, and now you'll take on the Reds. By the way, the Phillies and Reds have identical records. The Phillies enter with a 4-game win streak. It's the second longest active streak in baseball behind the Dodgers. They're looking for their first 5-game win streak of the season. They'll go against Lodolo, who's been tough against the Phillies. They're 15-4 since Don Mattingly took over, and they'll take on Lodolo tonight with Painter trying to kind of get back into his form a little bit here. But Lodolo's been tough on the Phillies, so this is going to be a tough start for them tonight.
Yeah, we're going to get 2 lefties. I mean, over the next 3 days. Lodolo has not been good this year. I mean, he has an 8.68 ERA, but his history with the Phils, he's in 6 starts, he's 3.06 ERA, 1-1, and at Citizens Bank Park, he's 0-1 with a 3.44 ERA. He's going to be a tough customer, and it'll be interesting. We're entering a very, very interesting stretch of the year where we're going to have to prove facing the Reds that can hit, facing the Cleveland Guardians that know how to win games, and then we're going to go into a very interesting 10-game streak against the San Diego
Padres,
Padres and the
Dodgers,
Dodgers.
Padres. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Like these, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited that they're over 500, and now we're gonna see over these next 16, 17 games what they're like. Honestly, if they pull out of this, say 9-8, 10-7, you gotta feel really good about this baseball team.
Well, yeah, and by the way, Lodolo, a lefty, I do recall one of those starts. I mean, you look at the strikeout numbers that you had on the screen, he averages over a strikeout per inning. So he's a guy that will strike out a lot of guys, especially lefties on lefties. We'll see if Marsh, what's going on with that whole situation. But the stretch of games coming up, Cincinnati, Cleveland, San Diego, L.A., San Diego. These are teams, Cincinnati, people forget, they made the playoffs last year. This is a good, solid baseball team, Cincinnati, and two lefties in this series.
Yeah, one more thing that I wanted to mention, Mike. I had the opportunity to go over to Foley's, the Philly Sports Shop in Center City. I mean, it was incredible. I mean, what this guy John Foley is doing. I mean, we know he's a dear friend. He's a great promoter of our show. I wanted to give him kudos, and you'll find there like Mike Schmidt signed baseballs, and Chase Utley. So he's doing a great job. The store is at 2206 South Street. So go in and support one of our own. And then you can always go to Foley'sOnSouth.com and then go buy all the wonderful stuff he has there. And
I need one of those shirts, like with that logo.
Yeah, I like the storefront.
Insane.
I like the storefront. I like the logo. So check that out, everybody. Well, we'll be checking in on the Phils again tomorrow. They take on the Reds. It's a fun series. Phillies and Reds. Phillies trying to win 5 in a row. For the Phillies, Bryce Harper, homer in back-to-back games. He's looking for 3 straight homers. The last time he did it, May 5th, 6th, and 7th of 2024. So a hot Bryce Harper. Jeff Kerr, you said an elite Bryce Harper will stay.
He's been elite this year.
See how he goes. There you see the pitching matchup. Painter tonight, Luzardo tomorrow, and Aaron Nola goes on Wednesday. So that's the road ahead for the Phillies. The road ahead for us, we'll be back again tomorrow, and you can check us out on all the social media platforms. Make sure you like and share and subscribe each and every day. And Jeff and Oscar, Phils have won a bunch of games here, but they still sit 8 games back in National League East play as we hit the new.
I think
here.
this 10 games are going to tell us who the real Phillies are, because Dodgers and San Diego they're not going to be any easy. I mean, they're fighting for the National League West, and they're both very good teams.
That's the thing. These 17 games, like if they go 9-8, you can't be upset with that. Like you can't have an Eagles mentality toward this stretch. Yeah. If you're over 500 going this stretch, I'm going to tell you right now, they're making the playoffs and they're going to be in it in the NL
Well,
East
the
race.
good part is, and I know wild card is, but they're 3.5 back, but now they're the next team out of the wild card. They have passed over everybody, including the Pirates right now. And the 2 teams ahead of them, or the 3 teams ahead of them, San Diego, Milwaukee, and the Cardinals. Milwaukee and the Cardinals play in the same division, so they're going to be playing each other a lot here. So you have a good opportunity, over these 17 games to maybe jump into that wild card.
This is a big stat, and, credit to the Phillies for this. They're the first team to be 10 games under 500 as early as they were, and be over 500 as quick as they were since the 2001 Oakland Athletics. And everybody knew that A's team was low. That Oakland team won 102 games. Think about that. They were 10 under 500 at one point in the season. They won 102. I'm not saying the Phillies are going to do that, but
yeah, look at this. We've gone 15-4, and we've only been able to catch up 2.5 games out of the Braves.
Yeah, look at the pace the Braves are on. They're on a 110-win pace right now. They're insanely good.
Playing really
and the Phillies don't have to play until September. It's beautiful.
All right. Well, everybody, good series. We'll recap all the action tomorrow and get you ready for Game 2 of the Phillies and the Reds. For Oscar and Jeff, I'm Mike. This has been the Phillies Fastball here. Boys, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Phils.